Hola Libra Sagittarius, welcome to your 2020 Sun Moon reading. When you view it is when you were meant to see it. It doesn't matter the time of year. I'm doing them by order of request in the comments, so be sure to post yours up. First portion of this reading, we will go over the traits of your Sun Moon signs combination, and then I will lay out the main cards. We will take a quick look at your 2020. The second portion of this reading will be the link below to the Vimeo reading, where I will have a deeper interpretation of the cards with clarifiers. I'll be dividing the year up into 4 separate quadrants, and I think that's it. Let's get to your traits, or is your combination as a Libra Sun, Sagittarius Moon. So the one thing about you guys that you hold paramount pretty much to everything else is honesty. You have expectations of that in yourself. You have expectations of that in others. And you will never be scared to do what you think is morally right. And you'll say exactly what you feel or precisely what you feel, okay? You do tend to have like a perspective that's a little bit idealistic and extensive, and you get a little puzzled, or you get a little bewildered or surprised when people don't have the same standards of integrity or honesty that you do, or tend to align with your I'm not going to say erratic, but unique beliefs that you have. You tend to attract people to you. You are very free-spirited, you're cheerful, you're very courageous. Your character pretty much is excitable. Freedom is usually what you need the most, okay? You get a little pissed off or irritated when someone tries to clip your wings or try to limit you, your creativity or expressing yourself, or trying to kind of come in, invade your boundaries in regards to how you want to live your life, even though most of the time you're very even-keeled when it comes to your temper. You do have the tendency to see the world through rose-colored glasses, which is a typical Libra, Sagittarian kind of, they actually prefer to look at things that way. You do believe, though, you're pretty uncomplicated when it comes to your dealings with people. You feel you're very truthful. There's times when your shroud of idealism stops you from actually seeing the whole truth. So you need to be careful of that. You need to be a little bit realistic. Don't allow philosophical ideals to decide every move for you. Don't let it blind you to realistic parts of life. Because you're very admirable, and your convictions that you have are very admirable, okay? You like to play with abstract ideas because you're very intellectual. But details tend to slow you down, so you're not really that much into them. You don't like doing mundane tasks like, accounting or balancing your checkbook, anything that's going to kind of slow you down. The little details, things like that, the practical matters. Because you like to be creative, like to put your ideas in motion, then rather than hang out in practical terms, okay? You like to have adventures, so, expeditions, traveling, safaris, flying around the world. So book your tickets now, Libra Sagittarians. You like to fantasize a lot, and you do fantasize about like this great lover or this perfect lover. But when it comes to love, you are very giving, very open, you're very affectionate. So, you're great, and you can, when you're in a relationship that's, valuable to you, you definitely want to please the other person. I'm trying to think of what else you have. A powerful imagination, powerful creativity. Don't let your imagination get the best of you and land you in Fantasy Island. Especially while you're working, while you're studying. Don't take to daydreaming. Try to focus. Fantasizing will never be a substitution for the real experience, okay? But you do need to fantasize, and you do need reality to be healthy, to have a healthy balance. And again, you like to travel to faraway lands because you have a very restless energy, and you're very curious about what the world has to offer. So let's see what's going on for you guys in 2020. Holy Spirit, angels, divine guides, universe, can you please revive your truth, your wisdom, your clarity, your insight for Libra Sun, Sagittarius Moons for the year 2020? What do you see? What do they need to know? What do you see for January, February, March 2020? Libra Sun, Sagittarius Moons. What do you see? January, February, March. We have the Seven of Wands in the upright. Go figure that. April, May, June. What do you see for Libra Sun, Sagittarius Moons? You have the Six of Swords in the reversed. What do you see for July, August, September? Libra Sun, Sagittarius Moons. You have the Two of Pentacles in the upright. And October, November, December for Libra Sagittarians. What do you see? We have the Ace of Wands in the reverse. Okay, so January, February, March, I see you standing up for something that you really believe in. I don't feel like it's the norm. I feel like there's some opposition, but for some reason you do not want to waver from your stance, okay, so to speak. Some of you could be sticking up for somebody morally. You could be an advocate for someone who doesn't have a voice of their own. But I see you kind of standing up for something, and it could be a radical belief, or it could be just something that other people don't necessarily agree with, but I see you kind of holding your ground. As you move into April, May, June, we have the Six of Swords in reverse, and I'm getting from that, and it could be in relation to this. You're needing to go back because you can't get closure, you can't get an issue solved. So for some of you, just keep on going back and like picking the scab. For others of you, you kind of want to travel, you kind of want to do things, but you're having difficulties when it comes to traveling. You can't do so because of delays or what have you. You can't do what you want to do or get where you want to go. You have a destination in mind, but you can't seem to get there. And for others of you, you're just carrying around baggage you shouldn't be carrying around, and resisting changing and going back to that baggage. As we move into July, August, September, I see you all trying to restore balance in your life. You're really busy in trying to do so. You're trying to take everything, all the responsibilities that you have in your life, juggling them, trying to figure out. Sorry about that. So trying to juggle, trying to figure things out, because you have a lot of things kind of going on during this time, and you really don't have, some of you might be working a lot just because you have to make ends meet. You have a lot of options, a lot of, multitasking, a lot of projects going on. You just don't have time for a personal life, or you're having a hard time making time for a personal life or making time for work because there's just spinning plates everywhere that you have to attend to, and you're trying to find that balance. And as you move out of the year into October, November, December, we have the Ace of Wands in reverse. So there's a lot of things you want to get off the ground that you're having difficulty getting off the ground. It could, it's in relation to anything. It could be a project, an idea you have. For some of you, you try to get it started early and it doesn't end up working out. It might be because of how you handled it or what your approach was. For others of you, it could be anything. It could be a relationship, anything that you were very inspired about, and you can't seem to make it happen. You can't seem to make it, you can't seem to give it life. For some of you, you might have an idea and it might get rejected, okay? And for others of you, you're just really lacking energy in the end of the year. You're not inspired, you're not motivated to kind of do anything, and you're trying to figure out how to sort of get that back, okay? So that's what I see for 2020. Make sure you click on the link below. It'll take you to the Vimeo link where I'll pull clarifiers on these for a deeper interpretation. Other things I wanted to mention, I'm on Facebook and Instagram, and I'm on the Instant Go app. If you need a quick answer to a question, hit me up on there. Check out my 2019 Sun Moon readings because we're still in 2019 and they might have rang true for you. And then, like I said, consider a personal reading if you would like one. Otherwise, like, share, subscribe, and support these videos. Adios from Veronica Garnett. Bye.